Thank you, Alex. 6:38. We have already seen some cold weather this year, but believe it or not, winter hasn't even officially started yet.
It's hard to believe. So Ben, Alex, Taylor, and Jordan poured over the data and created this year's winter forecast. Check it out.
When we're talking about a winter forecast, we follow meteorological winter, December through February. And when we're talking about a seasonal forecast, our first stop is the equatorial Pacific Ocean.
Now, the same oceanic patterns we use to forecast hurricane season are used to forecast other seasons as well. For the past several months, we've been in a La Nina pattern, which means we've seen cooler than average waters in this region of the Pacific Ocean.
As we go into winter, the La Nina pattern is expected to hold on, but continue to weaken. With that expectation, this will be our third La Nina winter in a row, also called a triple dip. There are only two other triple dips on record, 1973 to 1976 and 1998 to 2000.
This La Nina cycle is expected to end over the next few months, entering a neutral phase. This means we're expecting a weak La Nina for this winter. Of 24 of the winter La Ninas that we have on record, 10 of those are considered weak. We can use those as a signal of expectations for this year.
First, the temperatures. With weak La Nina, we should expect temperatures to be slightly warmer than average, but not as warm as last year.
Now, as for rainfall, bad news there. With much of the Peach State already in drought, weak La Ninas typically indicate below average rainfall. So we're going to hope to buck that trend this year, but as of now, it doesn't appear likely.
And while snow is never likely in central Georgia, it's especially not likely with this pattern.
But all hope is not lost. Back in the winter of 2017 to 2018, we did get an inch of snow with a weak La Nina.
So here it is, our 2023 winter forecast, and there's the big box. We're going with a trace of snow this year.
No.
A whole trace, and that's going to about do it. But as we were alluding to, we are going to be looking at average temperatures to be a bit warmer than what a normal winter would look like. And then just throwing darts at the board here, we're going with the hottest and coldest temperature. We're going to go with the hottest at 81 sometime between December and February, and the coldest being 18 with about 9 to 11 inches of rain, which that 9 to 11 inches is also below average. So it's more than we saw in fall, but winter we typically see a lot more rain than we do in the fall. So that 9 to 11 is coming in a bit below that mark.
81 degrees?
It's most winters we do hit 80
Do
at least once.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, that's absolutely interesting. And, you know, we had a very warmer than normal, you know, summer for a span of time. And it seems like we're kind of dealing with this cold weather, which is, you know, a little uncommon. But it's interesting to see that it seems like it's going to be mild, essentially.
Yeah. And it's interesting to note that this fall is coming in way below average in terms of the average temperatures. And whenever we see that in terms of, you know, what that means for winter, it does typically also mean slightly above average, which I think we'll take that here in Central Georgia.
I think so too, especially after the past couple of days.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're back with more news and weather after this.